Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for January 2022, if you can believe it. We're going to jump right in here, Capricorn, and we are going to see what is going on for you here, Capricorn, for the month of January. Let's see, it's been pretty good for most people. You've had this card right here before as well, this single-mindedness card. It's kind of like a card of having a single focus in at this time. That doesn't mean, by the way, I think people get carried away with the whole single-minded thing. That does not mean you have to be obsessed completely with only one thing. That doesn't mean you can't, eat, drink, and sleep and all that other stuff. So, we're referring to single-mindedness in balance here, Capricorn. So you start off with this single-mindedness card. It says, choose your own path and what is best suited for you. So I feel like you need to, again, choose what is best for you here, Capricorn, with the single-mindedness card. Choose the things that make you happy. Choose the things that bring you joy, which we definitely see here. In this reading, you have the Hermit and the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups can sometimes say that maybe we don't really know what does make us happy, right? The Seven of Cups can sometimes say maybe we don't really understand or even know the things that bring happiness, joy, enlightenment, all of that into our lives. It can say we've had too much of other people's opinions, even though there's only one person on the card. And so and the reason I'm saying this as well is because of this row right here. You have the Three of Cups to the Seven of Cups to the Eight of Pentacles. And excuse me, I have the hiccups now. Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is other people, could be other people's opinions. I don't really think it's a mistake either that we end with the Ace of Cups right up here, Capricorn. It's like literally saying, pick your one cup, pick the one thing as your ultimate goal, achievement, or whatever it is that you want in your life, and you will be successful. You have the Three of Cups, the Strength card, and the Knight of Pentacles. It's like really time for you to get moving here, Capricorn, especially with this Knight of Pentacles. You can see that the fields right here below him are completely empty. He's the only knight that represents no movement. He's the only knight that isn't taking action. This reading is very simple. I think that it's just saying it is time for you to take action towards something that you've always wanted or that you've always wanted to create in your life. And that's kind of how I'm seeing this for you, Capricorn. I feel this row is, this whole entire first row is just saying it's time to take action. We can even look at this Strength card as just a daily practice. She has this figure 8 over her head if it wants to focus here. Which, of course, why would it focus, Capricorn, right? We're just going to go back to the good old front camera. But she has that figure 8 over her head. And the figure 8 is the infinity symbol. It is just putting energy into something, getting energy back, right? So I feel for a lot of you. And the Strength card, by the way, represents a daily practice. It represents something that you have to do every single day of your life. She is that lion on the Strength card represents her, maybe it represents her inner demons. It can represent a lot of things. It could just represent something she's trying to overcome, something inside of her that she is trying to tame, something she's trying to take control of, or it could be something that she's trying to accomplish as well, because the Strength card can be a display of strength. It is like a card that says you are showing other people maybe how to be strong as well. With the Three of Cups, you have the Tower here. Again, I feel like you need to make your own decisions is what this is saying. Like the whole point of the Tower, this makes perfect sense to me based off of what I was saying about your first row. I think it's saying that single-mindedness is saying, it's not so, I think it's not so much you focusing on one thing as it is you developing your own focus. And what I mean by that is, like I said at the beginning of the reading, I feel like that Three of Cups and the Seven of Cups is other people's opinions, other people's ideas for how you live your life and all this other stuff, which is something you've been dealing with for a while. The Tower, it has been built up, and these people, the reason the Tower is falling is because they've built these walls up around them, and they're not seeing the reality of the world. They're not seeing the world for how it truly is. They're not seeing the things around them for how they truly exist. And, so that's why the Tower happens, because it has to happen. I think this is a crumbling of other people's opinions in your life, Capricorn. It's like you're living your own life. Pretty exciting. Strength card, you have the Hierophant. There you go. I mean, the Hierophant is definitely, the card itself represents Taurus, but this year 2021, but in 2021 and 2022, it really kind of represents Neptune and Pisces to me. Neptune and Pisces is traditional beliefs. Neptune and Pisces is like, why do you believe something you've always believed? That is the Hierophant. He kind of represents inside the box thinking, but he also, you could look at it and say he also might be saying like, why why do you need to think inside the box? Do you need to think inside the box? Are there better ways of doing things? But again, these things are going to come from inside of you. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Emperor. Time to get to work for sure. The Emperor, he has these, you can see he's got these rams here on his throne, and the rams represent action. Knight of Pentacles is no action. Knight of Pentacles is being too cautious. It's time for you to work towards this right here, towards the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is something inside of you, Capricorn. I feel this very strongly. You have the Mouse Spirit in your next row. This card says tend to the small things. It's time for you to kind of look at the small things in life, Capricorn. I feel like it's time for you to focus on the things that make you happy. And what I find interesting is that this mouse is standing on like a bunch of flowers there. You also end with a card that says weaving flowers. I'll show you in just a minute. It's reminding me of magician energy. On the magician, he has flowers in front of him. On the card, the whole entire border around the magician, there are flowers kind of dangling and stuff like that. It represents his focus. It represents the fact that he understands that he needs to focus on, joy, happiness, beauty, gratitude, good things for him to be able to manifest the things that he desires in his life. So if he doesn't do that, there are going to be problems, right? So he kind of understands what he has to focus on, and that's what's going on here for you. In this row, you have the Hermit, the Seven of Cups, and you have the King of Cups as well, or the King of Swords, sorry. So I feel that for a lot of you, the Seven of Cups is more talking about your own feelings. I feel like the Seven of Cups is talking about things that you enjoy, things that, again, bring you happiness, enlightenment, all that other good stuff. The Seven of Cups, he has a choice of what he focuses on, but he needs to just, make the choice. He just needs to decide, I want to focus on good things. I don't want to focus on the snakes and the towers and all this other bad stuff that is also on the Seven of Cups. I'm also getting here with the Hermit, the combination of the Hermit and the Seven of Cups is popping into my head as needing to use your imagination. He's done something very practical, the Hermit. He has climbed to the top of the mountain to gain some inner guidance. He's kind of done this for some soul searching as well. So he's done something very practical. But look at this. He's got the star kind of in that lantern there, Capricorn, and it's popping into my head as you needing to kind of bring a little bit more inspiration into your life. That's how I'm seeing this whole entire reading. Honestly, I feel that for a lot of you, this is just saying that there are going to be opportunities for you to be a little bit more creative, a little bit more imaginative as well. Not what this card means. Seven of Cups is a card of imagination, but I'm getting it here with this star that is in the lantern that, it's kind of like trapped. His imagination, his inspiration, the things that bring him happiness and joy, they might be trapped. And that's what I'm feeling for you, Capricorn. The King of Swords, a little bit too logical, a little bit too, I don't think this is a bad thing, by the way. I think it's just saying, I think your reading is just saying here, tend to the small things, like the mouse. It's saying, hey, having fun, inviting love or happiness into your life. And that doesn't necessarily mean a person, by the way. You can love a dog, you can love a cat, you can love a hamster, you can love whatever, I don't care, right? You can love writing, for example. I think this is saying that things have maybe become a little bit too logical, and it's just time to kind of balance things out on the other side. I'm throwing cards. With the Hermit, you have two cards. This card wanted to fly out. You have the Six of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Interestingly enough, you have three cards that represent, I just did this, three. You have three cards that represent a rite of passage. The Hermit, the Hierophant, and the Six of Swords all represent going through a difficult transition, or some soul searching, dark night of the soul, whatever it's called. Anything like that. It wouldn't really surprise me if things have been very difficult. Nine of Pentacles is probably your reason why. Nine of Pentacles is a card of gathering resources, and the mouse is standing on a pile of flowers. Just putting all these clues together, it looks to me like You have been gathering resources through your challenges, through the difficulties, and now you're ready to put in the work. The thing that's holding you back is that Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles thinking is, well, I've tried a million times in the past and nothing ever works for me, so I'm just not going to try in the future. Too much stinking thinking. So I think I don't think I know, your way out of this, Capricorn, is to try again. To try something again that you don't want to try again. With the two, look at this. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Two of Cups. Literally, could be love, number one, but really, Two of Cups is you and your higher self. It's a card of communication. And so it could be your higher self has been communicating with you through desire. It's like you desire to do something or have something in your life. I feel some of you have been, like, your desire is increasing, meaning like the things that you desire are maybe changing. Maybe you didn't desire love in the past and now you do. Maybe you didn't desire money in the past and now you do. Could be anything. And I just feel that this Two of Cups is saying that there is some sort of change in your desires, but this focus is going to lead to that Ace of Cups, which is amazing. And again, for those of you that are looking for love, this is a really nice reading. Could be a fire sign I'm getting that could be coming in for you. With the King of Swords, you have the Two of Pentacles. Just time to get to work. You have all this figure 8 imagery, all this infinity symbol, type imagery going on here. The Strength card, this card here, you can see the infinity symbol in between the Two Pentacles. So really the reading itself is saying it's time to get to work on something that maybe you are resisting a little bit. I don't think you're resisting it in the sense that it's causing resistance. I think some sort of activity or some sort of goal that you have, Ace of Cups, the world at the end here. It's like something you want to accomplish. It's the resistance is having tried many times in the past. And so I see this as everything in your life. For some of you, I feel like this is multiple situations that are going on in your life. This is like love, money, business, spirituality. It's like multiple things that have caused resistance in the past. Now I think that this reading is saying, like, okay, you've learned that you shouldn't follow other people's life because, like, other people have for years have probably been putting their own stuff on you, right? And so now you're learning not to do that. And now you can focus on what you want. You have this Weaving Flowers card. The second I put this down, this card, I saw the Magician pop up in my head. Again, she has these flowers in front of her. The Magician also kind of has these flowers in front of him on his card as well. And the Magician, the flowers of the Magician represent needing to focus on your desires, needing to focus on things that make you happy, needing to focus on, things that you want to have in your life, all that other good stuff. So that's really what I feel like this is saying. I feel like it is saying that it is time for you to focus on the things that you desire, the things that you want, and that you will attract them very, very quickly. Because look at this. You have the Ace of Cups, the World, and the 8 of Pentacles showing up in this row. This is a lot of abundance coming in for you. I love the 8 of Pentacles. To me, the 8 of Pentacles is material success on the horizon, meaning that you've been working towards whatever the 8 of Pentacles is. It's this right here, probably the entire world for you, Capricorn. I kind of have this like infinite possibilities thing. There is a card in one of these decks over here. I can't remember which one, but one of the decks I have, there is a card called Infinite Possibilities, I'm pretty sure. And I have that popping into my head. Not the card itself, but just the words, infinite possibilities. We see the infinity symbol multiple times here in your reading. So it's kind of like I feel like you're opening up to more possibilities. One thing I will say about him is look what he's working on. He is working on one thing. He is focused on the Pentacles. He's not focused on, a million other things. He's not focused on, creating 10,000 things at once or anything like that. He's focused on the Pentacles. So I do feel that, like, whatever you're working on, dedicate yourself to something and you'll be very, very successful with this 8 of Pentacles energy. Very good card. It is a card of single-mindedness. It's also a card of mastery. And you have 2 cards of mastery here, the Hierophant and the 8 of Pentacles. So it seems like you're mastering something. There's definitely a lot of abundance in your emotions overflowing with the Ace of Cups as well. So I just see this Ace of Cups. Number one, there could be love here. I wouldn't really call this a love reading. I like to do big picture readings anyway. I don't necessarily like to do love readings. If it shows up, I talk about it, of course. But I wouldn't really call this a love reading anyway. There's plenty of love here. So again, if you want it, it's here. But I would say this is more your own happiness, which is going to lead to love. The reason some people ask me, what do you hate love and all this other stuff? I'm always like, no, I don't hate love, but if you get into a place of true love, like loving yourself, loving the things that you want to do, you won't need love readings because you will attract love by default, just by, living in happiness and joy. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Seven of Swords here. Get out of your head. Too many fears going on in this reading. 2 sevens. 7 of Cups, and then the 7 of Swords is going to go right here. So 2 sevens in a row to me is internal fears that don't exist. Time to let go of the fears. 7 of Swords also is a card that says you could be taking things too seriously. He has these polka dots on his cloak here, and polka dots in the tarot represent needing to have more fun, exactly what we're talking about. It's like you have the logical stuff down. I think you have the practical, logical, earthly steps down, right? As far as accomplishing your goals, whatever they happen to be. But now I think you need to add the magic in. I think I said in one of your last readings that it was like a Tinkerbell reading. It's like, I think that we need to mix the two things together. We need to mix logical, practical, earthly thinking, right? Because we are here in the 3D. But I think we need to invite a little bit of that magic in. But we have to believe that, miracles are possible. We have to have fun with it. We have to have fun with the things that we're doing. I think we need to balance the energies out. And that's what I see here with this energy, with that 7 of Swords and the Ace of Cups. 7 of Swords can be lying, cheating, stealing. But again, I see this as more you needing to invite more fun into the things that you're doing. With the World, you have the Lovers. Definitely love opportunities for those that want it. For a lot of you, the World represents the end. The World is the last card in the major arcana. It's like you're starting a new journey. The Lovers can represent being at a crossroads as well. I would just say move towards the new thing. And with the 8 of Pentacles, you have the 8 of Pentacles. Literally the universe saying I meant what I said. I feel like there are infinite possibilities opening up for you here, Capricorn, but it's going to be through with single-minded focus, focusing on one thing that you want to accomplish. This is amazing reading. I think you're going to be very, very happy, not just this month, but this year, especially if you focus on just adding just like a little bit of magic into your life, a little bit of razzle-dazzle, a little bit of, excitement, a little bit of miracle thinking that miracles are possible and all this other stuff. I think adding those two things together, because you got the logical ideas down. Now, whatever you're working towards just needs a little bit more fun. And that's going to create more infinite opportunity for you. So, love it. Thank you for being here, Capricorn. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.